They say within the next 5 years or less, there's an article that's out that talks about 600 to 800 million jobs will be lost worldwide. This will not just be in our fair country of the United States of America. This will impact worldwide job loss. To take care of the family to the best of our ability, it will greatly impact us in a lot of ways. Between AI and robotics, the goal and the plan is now more than ever. Fam, we just got to do better with getting ourselves. We don't know how to prepare. Who knows how to prepare for this? You know, we watch economic downturns, different things like that, depressions, but we're going to change. The way we do everything is going to change. Even if you are blessed enough to have a job, they say most households will have a robot. You know what that comes? That's an extra added cost, right? And you already know it's just like no different between the phone or anything else. There's always upgrades, there's always enhancements. And so there's going to be extra additional charges. We already know this is going to happen. You know the process. This is going to cast a burden on our families in a lot of ways. I know they're working out the kinks where it will be limited on certain things, because I'm quite sure a lot of people feel optimistic about having resources and having this technology. But I think they're going to learn limitations to still control us, to still maintain where it won't allow us to get ahead that much over the next person. Now, through the creativity that we have as humans, I know we will find some workarounds, but we're going to have to really, really take a look moving these next years on how we're going to have to navigate in this thing called life. One of the things, if you're in a certain sector of business, if you're in the construction, if you're in transportation, if you are in anything that's maybe like accounting or lawyers or anything like that, a lot of those things, they're going to be heavily impacted. They will definitely see a lot of cuts in job loss. But with that said, what you going to do? I think some of the fundamental things that we should do is pick up skilled trades that artificial technology won't impact as much. I don't know whether that's going to change, but at least get by some time. Things like maybe plumbing, electrical, HVAC, those type things, might want to take a look at, because I don't think they're really focusing on that right now. There will still be changes in the industry, but it may not affect it as much, because it's still a very low-hanging fruit far as obtaining employment and a little bit longer term. Another thing, learn how to grow and start building your infrastructure. Let's stop all of this spending money. Let's start building infrastructure on learning how to grow our food, know how to store our food, know how to specialize in certain food products. We really need to take a look at trading, looking at different trade type platforms that we can trade and we can barter. We really need to get back to the basics, but we'll use technology for it. So it's still room for things for us to do, but we just got to be creative what we're doing, and there's going to be limitations on what we're doing. And then you got this another wrench called cryptocurrency or digital currency, which is going to throw another snag. No more baking cookies on the stove without being taxed, or your account being locked if you're not, if you circumvent the system. All these things about if you may be suspect over some political idea or different things like that, where your account could be frozen or seized or slowed down. We got to prepare for a lot of these different things. It's a lot to kind of unravel. It's a lot to kind of process. But if we prepare now in different ways, by just having manual tools ready to hand, by having seeds, by having, maybe if you got enough land, obtaining animals and doing different stuff like that. We know there's going to be regulations and stuff like that. But our thing is focusing on buying enough time to let everything settle down, because from the way I see things on how quickly things are moving at such a fast pace, and the enhancements on top of enhancements, where it used to take on the digital world, you used to buy a product or buy an item or buy a piece of software technology, and you were good for maybe 2 years, and that seemed fast. But they're kicking it out it's going to be kicking out by the time all of this artificial technology on a hour by hour basis, because it's going to look for fallacies in whatever system it is integrated into. It's going to automatically look for things to fix, automatically look for things that's repetitive, that is waste, and everything is going to get a whole lot leaner, a whole lot tighter. And you're going to only have a few people, even fewer than now, who are going to be super wealthy, who's going to be super good to do, well to do, and they're going to be fine. And we're going to watch the gap go further and further and further apart from what we got going on. I think about my kids, I think about my grandchild, and I think about what can I do more to get them ready. So I'm trying to be physically responsible, not trying to ball out just for myself. I want to really try to look for things that I can integrate what I'm doing, make sure I make smart investments, make sure I obtain some good, tangible goods, resources. Take those resources, and I know the value will increase. Lumber will increase, the price of lumber. Not going to cut down my trees. I'm going to save them for my next generation. I'm not going to extract all of this good water. You know, I thought about having this little water business, but I might start it, but I won't really use it right now, because I want to save as much as I can for my kids and my grandkids, because they're going to need true natural resources. They're going to need good, clean, natural resources. I'm going to try to do my best to educate them with growing. I'm going to try to put in all the infrastructures, you know, get all my greenhouse going and get everything going. And once I feel good and comfortable about setting my family in a good place, then I start looking for more residual-based income opportunities. I'm going to look for things like not only this channel, I'm going to try to write a few more books. I'm going to try to create more and more things that will outlive me and can maybe bring some type of stability. It may not allow them to become super ultra wealthy, but hopefully it can allow them to have a little cushion or a little safety guard, because life is not going to be like it was when I grew up. And we know steam train, television, the personal computer. Fam, the things that I see that some of these AI and integrated with robotics are doing, it may be hard to even marry a physical person in the future, because this thing is getting crazy, man. We're talking about we're going to be impacted in so many different facets of our lives that my generation and older couldn't even fathom. Because I just look at, even from the personal computer getting into the household to the internet, and I just look at how rapid and how fast things move. And now we're going to have something that is collecting all of our knowledge and processing it at record speed time, and then it's going to apply some of these reasoning and methodologies of what we've been doing. That is incredible, fam. It's even building machines. It's building themselves. Robots are building robots. You know, they're programming themselves. I think that's really scary. I think we've opened up a box that we one day probably going to wish that we could close. But what do you do right now? You can't stop the ultra wealthy, the ultra powerful. They game for it. I don't know. Y'all share with me your thoughts. Tell me what you think about moving forward. Tell me what you think about homesteading for the future. Tell me what you think will be some good sustaining, life sustaining practices, as well as some habits that you are planning to do, or that you would like to share with other people on things to just think about. Because together we can work together and we can share knowledge with each other. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and don't forget to keep on growing. Grow. Till next time, y'all stay well, stay blessed. Take care.